Hey everybody, Hugh here. Welcome back. Well, the beginning of March and a chance to see what's going on here in the allotment over at the potager, over at the allotments, and you can see the plants are telling us they're confident that the weather is warm enough for them to sprout. They're flying away there. The mulch over the weeds is working particularly well. You can see, of course, dandelions have been left, great source of nectar for bees early on, so they've been left, of course, trying not to let them seed too much. And yeah, we'll keep trying with that one. Pruning wise, thinning wise, you can see that fuchsia, the hardy fuchsia tom tum, pruned back by half. More hemerocalis, adding a lovely fresh touch of greenery there. This is our diorama, our angel's fishing rod, one that doesn't like a lot of root movement and that, so you can't really dig up and split, or it's not advised to lift and split, but certainly needed a lot of thinning out. If you look at the videos from last month, you'll see there's a lot of brown in the middle of it. You see that sort of brown stuff, old leaves and that, so that's been completely thinned out, and even some of the foliage there that was hanging out over the path was cut back. Those ones that are little short stumps were collapsed over the path, and a bit of a trip hazard, whereas so they needed to go. The rhubarb is springing along fine, as it does at this time of year along here. The mulch around it seems to have done it the world of good, although we're getting dry-ish weather, even with the bit of rain that we're getting today. You can see lovely thick stems coming up, and that it needs a bit of a feed, as does everything. So we'll be looking at, well, what's the organic one that we can get while the plants are in their growth phase. So you're talking about your fish, blood and bone, possibly, but chicken manure is a great source of nitrogen for the plants to grow. That is a Weigelia or Weigela. It's very lots going on there. I haven't thinned it out. I want to clear out that scotch grass behind it before I see if I thin it and lower it down. And these are the raspberries we talked about the middle of last month. They are the autumn raspberries. So strictly speaking, you could cut all the canes of the autumn raspberries right to the ground, because the growth that they put on during the year is what they produce their fruit on. But I've thinned out all the small weedy shoots that were there. I've removed any of the old wooden shoots that were there, and I've left, as you can see, about a dozen of these thicker shoots that will produce some growth, and they'll flower. Let me see if we can get that in focus for you. Yeah, they'll produce some growth and they'll flower and fruit in June like the main crop raspberries, and then they'll, at that stage, they'll have produced lots of shoots from the base again for an autumn crop. So again, nice bit of feeding, getting them going in the green stage. So I think chicken manure and then fish, blood and bone a little bit later on. In behind the rhododendron, which is in a pot because the soil here is just the wrong soil for it. Do you like that accompanying scotch grass in there? Still there, hasn't been removed, but you can see the black currant, again thinned out, old shoots removed, thinner, some of the thinner shoots, and we removed a lot of the thinner shoots removed, and really some of those older thicker stems removed to let these younger thicker stems get some light, because they will fruit on the older stems as well as the younger stems, but the fruits will be bigger. You get less of them, but they'll be bigger fruits. So a bit of a thinning out, and removing probably about a third of the mass of the plant. So that's been good from the fruit perspective, getting those two done. I still have black currants to do. Oh, blackberries, sorry, they were the black currants. I still have the rest of the blackberries to do. I did some with the last video and I just haven't gotten back to it. There's some of the prunings in the barrow to be emptied. And the last piece I'm going to show you here is the Astelia, the silver spear. Fine big plant, and again I just thinned around. Those shoots were hanging right over the path. Now this is only a small access path, but the shoots were hanging right over the path. So, and they were stretching right across the bed to these other plants. So they were just shortened and thinned a little. So giving some of those other plants that are coming up a chance to grow, and at the same time keeping the plant itself here looking well. You can see in with the secateurs, cutting them at the base underneath, not really touching those young shoots coming up. So just maintaining the shape, removing some of the older foliage, and boy oh boy, what a centre plant it is, considering I found that in a dump here on site at the allotments. Somebody had it in a pot, it wasn't doing so well, so I just took it a couple of years ago and planted it out, and there it is. It's rewarding. We'll have to decide at some stage what I'm going to do with it. It is taking up quite a big space in the bed, but seeing as what we're about in the potager this year is very much about maximising the low maintenance, the likes of that evergreen Astelia, bit of shaping, that's it for the year really. Does the trick nicely, doesn't it? And more of those herbaceous plants coming up. The mulching over worked very well from last month. You can see some of the scotch grass or couch grass is coming through, so we need to do a little bit more about that. The mulch like that over native plants or weeds will only do us for so much. Other plants will just get through, and we have to take remedial action with those ones. Some like the dandelions will leave, don't mind coming those through, or at least some of them coming through the mulch, and other ones like the scotch grass, it's like, no, you're out of here, you have to go. Anyway, so that's where we're at, early March at the allotment, and things are looking rather well, I have to say. Lovely place to spend time in. Now, look after yourselves, do take care. As always, stay safe and well as we look forward to the spring and the weather ahead that it will bring, and all the fresh young growth. All the best for now. God bless. Bye bye.